why should we look to him as an example of the pure artist, of the pure creative? And this really goes into the dying moments of his life. The last story that Kafka wrote was A Hunger Artist, and it's about a man who basically, early on in his career, he starves himself in front of people. He's in a cage. He's in the middle of the town square, and everyone comes and crowds around, and they're fantasized. They're like, wow, what is this? What is going on? And they're captivated by this performance. And later and later on into this guy's career, he basically loses fame, recognition. He's not as popular, and he eventually is put into a carnival, and his cage is kind of pushed off to the side. No one watches him perform. No one watches him perform his art, but he still does it for the sake of the art. He still does it for the sake of his passion, of the thing that gives him purpose, the thing that gives him value. And in the end, he's basically forgotten about, but he had broken his fast record by so many days that he can't even count. And in his dying moments, he was like, I did something. I have some sort of accomplishment. And this is the exact moment Kafka's sitting in his deathbed, dying of tuberculosis, as his throat closes so that he can no longer eat, and he basically dies of starvation. It's very ironic that this is how Kafka went out, but you can truly see in this story his realization that he is not going to get the recognition he deserves. He's not going to get the cathartic release of everyone eventually recognizing this genius that never was. And it's a truly beautiful sentiment, because in this moment it almost comes off as if Kafka has understood what he's written. He's understood the art that he's created, and even if no one has seen it, he's done it for himself. He's done it for the sake of being an artist. And what does this mean for us? What does this mean? Like, what can we take away from this? And what we can take away from this is doing things not for the fulfillment of others. Doing things for the fulfillment of yourself. Doing things so that you can make yourself happy. Because in the end, what does it matter if you please someone else if you sacrifice yourself to do it? I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I am not. And this is the absolute extension of this idea. This is the idea that, like, no matter what, you always need to pursue your passions. You always need to pursue your dreams. You always need to find time for that creative expression. You always need to find time for that passion that you have, that maybe it doesn't pay the bills. Maybe you never get recognized for it. Maybe you're not even good at it. But you still got to do it for the sake of yourself. You still got to do it for the sake of fulfilling that aspect of your soul.